Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today we're going to be doing a holiday glam that I think is a classic, and it will go for all your holiday parties or even Thanksgiving. And I am going to be doing this with all drugstore and affordable makeup. And most of this makeup is actually new makeup. It's not a full face of new makeup, so I still don't know what I'm going to title this, but we are going to be using really awesome, affordable products. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so let's get into it. Some of the new makeup that I'm going to try is actually from the new Wet n Wild Little Twin Stars collection. I did receive the whole collection. I ended up not doing a whole video about it just because most of you guys weren't interested. So I put some away for a giveaway, and then I did grab some for this video. So I'm actually going to start out with the eyes. Even though this eyeshadow palette is very, very like pastel, I wanted to try to create like a classic holiday look with it to show you guys that it also is versatile. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. I'll apply some concealer and powder to my eyelids, and we can get started. Alrighty guys, so I am primed, and I will say this is actually the first time that I am trying this palette. I figured I would just try it on camera. I'm gonna do like more of a smokier look, so I want to make sure I can like clean it up without getting anything on my base. So first I'm gonna go into this medium brown shade. It is a completely matte shade, and I'm just gonna blow that out to start the transition on the eyes. By the way, this smells really, really good. It smells almost like cotton candy, and it is actually a pretty strong smell. It smells really good, but if you are more sensitive to smells, then now you know. I'm going to go ahead and kind of bring it out. I'm not going to use eyeliner today, but I do want to like create the shape of a wing just with my eyeshadow. I've been loving that technique lately, and so I'm just going to go ahead and go back and forth and build this up all out here and in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other eye, and then I will be right back. Obviously that shade is pretty light. It's almost my skin tone, so it's not going to show up as much, but so far the formula is exactly like all the Wet n Wild formula, just very buttery and soft and pigmented, but just a lot of kickback. I know, some people don't really care. I'm like breathing in this scent, and I will say it is pretty strong, so just keep that in mind. So now I'm going to actually mix this chocolate brown shade with the transition shade on a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to define the outer corner and bring it in halfway on the crease. Bring it out and wing it out. It's going to look worse before it looks better. That's how this method kind of goes, but you guys will see it'll end up looking really, really pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back and forth, back and forth. I'm trying to make this like an easy smoky eye, so just make sure you do your eyes first because the cleaning up will really make the look. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I look like I got punched in the eyes. I just built it up as much as I could while still keeping it blending. I know it looks crazy, I'm telling you. Just wait for it. So now I'm going to go into this cream shade. It actually has a little bit of pink reflex on it. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the inside of the lid. I'm really just using this as a base for the glitter eyeshadow that we're putting on next. And once you're done with that, just go back in with the chocolate brown and just kind of mix both of them until you are happy with it. So I'm going to actually use a glitter glue. This shade, on the back it says there's self-adhesive, but I have swatched it and it does have a lot of loose glitter to it, and we obviously don't want to get glitter on our complexion, so just use your favorite glitter glue. I'm going to go ahead and use the one from NYX, and I'm just going to go ahead and really wherever I put that cream shade, I'm going to do that as well, just so it creates a little bit of a tackier base for that glitter to really stick to the eyes and not fall on the complexion. And now you could go in with your fingers. I'm going to go ahead and use like a flat brush, and I'm going to really pack on that gold shade, and I'm just going to start pressing it. Oh yeah, see how it's really adhering? I am using the glitter to kind of cut my crease, and it is working out really easily. I'm telling you, the tacky base, the glitter glue, really helps a lot because I'm still getting a little bit of fallout. So I can't imagine what it would be like without the glitter glue. And I always like to bring the glitter out further than I want, because once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back to that dark brown and I'm just gonna blend the edges together, and that naturally brings it back a little bit more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that. And now that we are done, this is where the fun part comes in. I just like to grab a makeup wipe. You could easily just use a cotton swab or really anything that you have, some micellar water, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the outer corner to make it look more winged out. As you guys saw, I got some eyeshadow under here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it from under here up, so that way I still have like the smokiness at the bottom and it connects perfectly. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like. I will say this glitter is kind of getting everywhere, but overall from the shades that I tried from the palette, I think it's really pretty. It is pigmented, it is blendable, and I do think that you can get away with so many looks, because you could do a classic look like me, but you could also just do a bunch of really pretty pastel colors, which I think this palette in the spring would be even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some lashes. I'm gonna be using the Ardell's 950. These are crazy looking, but on the eyes they look amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. If you see a little creeper in the back, it's my little kitty Leo. Sometimes he likes to hang out by the windowsill. I'm gonna quickly moisturize my skin. I just took away any moisturizer that I had just because I had so much glitter on my face. This is the only thing that I'll be using that is not Drugstore, but it's very on theme. You guys know, if you watch my channel, that the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream is literally my holy grail. They came out with like holiday ones, and I got this in PR, and it's the candy cane version, and it smells so good. It's literally the same formula, but it smells like candy canes, which is amazing because it's kind of like refreshing because it's like minty, but it still gives you that amazing hydration that the original cream does. I'm gonna zoom you guys out just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just use that moisturizer to prime. My skin feels super nice. For foundation, I'm actually gonna be mixing the new L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum, Jesus, with the Morphe Hint Hint Skin Tint. The only reason why I'm doing this is because this is a little bit too dark and this is a little bit too light, so mixed together they're perfect. They're very similar. They're both very lightweight, very liquidy, light to medium coverage, looks beautiful on the skin. You don't need both, but just for the sake of the color matching, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that and blend it in, and I'm gonna have a really nice, lightweight, light to medium coverage base. Obviously, if you have more to cover, either go in with a higher coverage foundation or just go in with some concealer after. For cream contour, cream bronzer, you guys know I love using cream bronzer and contour. We're going to be using the SHEGLAM liquid bronzer. I did do a full face of Shein makeup, and this has just been my favorite. In that video, I didn't apply enough. It was beautiful, but it looked very natural, and I've learned that with this product, it totally blends out so beautifully that you can kind of pack it on if you want a more dramatic effect, and it blends out so beautifully. So I'm actually gonna go ahead, should I blend it out with this? Why not? This is from the new Twin Star collection. It's a really, really pretty like brush. First, like to tap it and then buff. And see how it blends in literally 2 seconds. And this shade is perfect for me. It's the shade Warm Honey. Like, do we see this? So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. I really like to do my bronzer first when it's cream, just because once I apply my concealer, I like to set it right away so it doesn't crease. For concealer, I'm going to be using the brand new Catrice True Skin Concealer. This is a high coverage, waterproof, hyaluronic concealer. I use the shade Warm Olive, and it's a really nice concealer. It gives you such amazing coverage without drying out your skin, and this shade for me is perfect. So something I've been loving recently to get more coverage and to also be more precise with my concealer, I'll take this brush from Rare Beauty. I believe it's just like the concealer brush, And I'll just pack it in. And I'll pack it in right under the eyeshadow. I'll try to blend it right by this eyeshadow. And then whatever's left, I just blend out with the sponge. And I'll just lightly tap it just to really blend out like anything left, but it's pretty much already blended. Okay, and to set this, I am gonna be using my new favorite. I freaking love this thing. This is a SHEGLAM Insta-Ready Face and Under Eye Duo. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the press side, and it's so crazy how much my routine has changed. Now I use a powder puff as well as a press powder, and I press it into my under eyes. And this just creates such a flawless under eye. And honestly, I've just been pressing my powder into my whole face or around where my pores are visible, and it really does make such a difference. I'm just gonna grab a brush with like no product, and this edge that looks kind of harsh, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it just to soften it up a little bit, but still gives me that like cat eye effect. I'm gonna go ahead and set this bronzer with the Essence Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder. This is a little bit light for me, but I'm just gonna pack it on. This is such a beautiful luminous powder. It gives you a beautiful glow without emphasizing texture. It doesn't have glitter, and the formula is not overly powdery, so it does build super beautifully. I'm just gonna use the same brush, and I'm gonna load it up. And I've also been kind of stamping my bronzer first and then buffing it out just to really get that placement how I want it. I swear, it doesn't matter how many layers you do of this bronzer, it never looks cakey. You guys see that glow that it's giving me? It's really just bringing life back into my skin without glitter, which I love. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna try this one from the Twinkle Stars, or what are they called? They're called the Little Twin Stars. I do remember this from my childhood, but it's been so long that I actually forgot it even existed, I'm not gonna lie. This might be a little bit too light for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna use a flat brush like this and really just build it up and see if it'll show up. Oh, okay. It's definitely showing up. It's just a little bit faint. It is actually pigmented, but it's just a little bit light of a shade for me, but it's looking really pretty. It actually works out because we are going to be doing a red lip, and so I don't want to have too much blush. I'm still going to put a lot on, but I don't want to like overdo it. We'll see if I'm able to do that. Love it. Very pretty. For highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and use the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter. It's more of like a rose gold shade. It's very pigmented, so I am going to go in with a light hand, but if you guys want a very beautiful, very blinding highlighter from the drugstore, get this one. And I'm going to hit those cheekbones and the forehead, and I always hit the nose with the finger and the nose bridge. We don't even need to add that much highlight just because that bronzer does add such a beautiful glow. Hey, let's finish out the eyes. I'm gonna grab our transition shade and I'm just gonna buff that out. Because we already have that dark brown at the bottom, we don't really need to do much here. So I'm just kind of blending it a little bit more than it already was. And we do want a pop in highlight, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade right here. Sorry if that's blinding. There's a really pretty like pale yellow gold shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to my inner corner. This shade is super pretty and super bright and blinding. Yes. And then I'm just gonna apply some bottom mascara. I'm just gonna use the brand new KOKIE Lash Euphoria mascara just to finish out the eyes. Okay, so before we move into the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and use this cute little setting spray. Wait, oh no, is it a setting spray? It's a glow face mist. Okay, so you can use this as a primer or a refreshing spray. We're gonna go ahead and use it as a refreshing spray. I love all the Wet n Wild's like illuminating sprays. I feel like they always come out with these sprays in all their collections, and they're honestly so nice. I'm assuming this is the exact same formula, just like a different kind of color of glow. Oh yeah. And it smells so good, like candy. And honestly, these glow sprays from Wet n Wild never do me wrong. It really just made my face come back to life. Let me give you guys a little bit of a tip. If you want to add glow to your skin with a mist, but you still want your pores to look small or non-existent, I like to add my setting spray or my glow spray, whatever it is, and once it dries, I'll go back in with a powder. I'm going to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I'll just go back in with a puff or a brush, and I'll just tap on the powder just where the pores are, and it will like immediately blur them again, but now your face is nice and glowy without your pores showing. So for red lipstick, I'm thinking about using one from Wet n Wild because it's very easily accessible, it's very affordable, and the formula is amazing. But I don't know if I want to keep it true red or make it a little bit darker. I just prefer a little bit of a darker red. I think I'm going to make it just a tiny bit darker. So I'm going to use the KOKIE Cosmetics retractable lip liner in the shade Wine. And you guys know in this house, we overline. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply this beautiful lipstick. So this is called Stop Light Red from Wet n Wild. It is their matte formula. It is amazing. Watch this. Like, look at this shade. Beautiful. I'm gonna shush my hair up and I'll see you in a second. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. Is this not literally the most classic holiday look that you've seen? I did try to use like newer products so that just in case you did just buy some makeup, you guys could recreate it. Obviously you don't need these products, but just remember it's supposed to be fun. Anything festive is always fun. I feel like the holidays are the times where you can actually have more fun with your makeup. I normally don't really wear glitter, you know, but now I do. And a red lip, I have not seen myself with a red lip in a long time, especially with dark hair. Like I have not seen this in a minute, but I am loving it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Everything that I used will be linked down below per usual. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are still watching, comment the red lip emoji, like the little kiss, because I feel like just goes with the look. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.